You're listening to the John and Heidi Show, now featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Farris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris, brought to you in part by HauntedSiouxFalls.com.
Ooh. Middle of week Wednesday, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, we got it going on. You guys can win money on celebrity birthdays this morning.
Oh, really?
Yeah, give me a minute here. We will get to one, and I'll offer you $1 million if you can tell me, what character this person was. Anyway, Jerry Lee Lewis is still rocking. He's 87.
Is he really?
Oh,
Holy cow.
wow. I had no idea he was still alive.
One of the founding fathers of rock and roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still getting it done.
He'd stand up and kick his stool over and play the piano standing.
He was a rowdy boy.
Yeah.
Let's see. Major Frank Burns, Larry Linville, the MASH TV series.
Okay.
Born this day. And this is for $1 million.
Who was he on MASH?
He was Major Frank Burns. Ferret face.
Yeah. Frank Burns.
Seriously?
Hey,
You have to think this through? You don't know who we're talking about?
I really don't.
Okay.
Well,
It wasn't one of my favorite shows. I preferred Hogan's Heroes, actually.
Yeah, completely separate.
But it was the same
decades. It was
the same
nothing the same.
Type of a military show.
they were both TV shows. We'll give you that.
Moving on. Yeah. Wow.
They were all reruns for me. That's all I'm saying.
For $1 million, Ken Weatherwax was born this day.
I don't know who that is either.
The Ken Weatherwax.
The one and only?
Come on, Smalls. Step up. Step
You
up.
got to guess, Heidi. It's just otherwise you're just throwing away your chance at $1 million.
I honestly don't know.
For a post-dated check for $1 million.
Oh, how far post-dated?
Long time.
And Weatherwax, I'm going to have to guess Ken Griffey Jr.
Not even close. That makes zero sense. Thank you, John. I'm just telling you.
Just trying to think of it, Ken.
He was Pugsley in the Addams Family.
Oh, really?
Another TV series.
I loved that show.
Well, apparently not enough to know who Ken Weatherwax was.
No, I didn't know the character name.
So there you go. Yeah, Pugsley.
It wasn't the character. That was the actor's name.
I mean, that's what I meant. I didn't know their name.
Pugsley. Let's see
Nice.
here. In the world of rock and roll was this day, 1963. It's always fun looking back at really old rock and roll concerts.
Yeah.
Because the bills were so strange. Who played the opening act?
Oh, yeah.
Who was the headliner? Weird stuff. Rolling Stones fired up their first American tour.
Yeah.
They were the opening act for Bo Diddley and the Everly Brothers.
Isn't that bizarre?
Yup.
Can't even imagine
How
that.
would you love to have that poster?
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
It'd be totally awesome. Other rock and roll music. This day, 1984, it just hit number one in the country. Number one song in the United States of America. Prince, The Revolution. Dearly beloved, we're gathered here
I
today.
love
Let's
that
go
song.
crazy.
Love that song.
That's what it was. And way back, we were just kids, 1916, American oil tycoon John D. Rockefeller becomes the world's first billionaire.
Oh, wow.
Yep. In a related story, some youngster named Bernie Sanders gets all mad and tries to take his money away. Oh, a little side note because it's personal. My son, Luke, also has a birthday today. So.
Aw, happy birthday, Luke.
Birthday, Moach. Love you, buddy. I know you're sleeping.
Well, there you go.
I know you know. We all know. And we just bounce forward.
We're going to do that. It is the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris, brought to you in part by HauntedSiouxFalls.com.
Ooh.
In the past year, did you find yourself drinking more often? The stress of the last year had that effect on many people. If you're struggling to get back to normal and get the booze out of your daily routine, there is help. TimeForRehab.com would love to help you find the best option for you. There are many different programs. TimeForRehab.com will do our best to match you up with the program that will work best for your needs. Learn more at TimeForRehab.com. We want to help. TimeForRehab.com. That's TimeForRehab.com.
And now stuff Dan finds interesting. Yeah.
It is time for Stuff Dan Finds Interesting. And Dan, what kind of stuff do you find interesting today?
You know, following the marijuana thing around this country has been fascinating because it's been going on for a very, 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 very long time. Now, it used to be, you know, you had to get your stuff from your dealer, right? Because it's illegal drugs.
Yeah.
And all anybody really cared about is where can I get my stuff the cheapest? Really didn't have a whole lot to do with, hey, there's this, there's that, the other thing. Well, now, and I think at this point we're up to 15 states and Washington, D.C., recreational marijuana is legal.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's getting up there, and a lot of states just have legal medical marijuana.
Yeah.
Some states have nothing yet. It's all still being
Right.
litigated and whatnot. But because of that, now it's become, the capitalists, let's make money. It's competitive, just like the soda companies, just like the car companies, just like everything else. And because of that, recent report, trend of cannabis legalization in this country is now booting the potency of this stuff right through the roof.
Really?
Recent study has shown roughly a doubling of the potency of cannabis plants just in the last couple of years. From 8.9% THC, that's what, kind of gets you rocking and rolling, up to over 17%.
Oh. Okay.
And all told, over the course of the past full year, 1.5 million people have shown up in emergency at hospitals because of marijuana ingestion.
Wow.
Because they're freaking the heck out.
Yeah. I
My
can see that.
cat's face is melting.
Steer clear of that stuff.
Oh my
Or
gosh.
something. And they're really kicking it in. In fact, only one state, Alaska, they actually have it regulated, where it's like it can be up to here as far as the potency goes, and
Right.
that's it.
Right.
And now other states are looking at this too, because again, what's happening is we'll go to this shop, they have the best stuff in the neighborhood. Or they've got the best stuff here or there, and it's just spinning out of control. I mean, it's pretty crazy. And I found that not surprised, but interesting, because I kind of suspected that this
Yeah.
had been going on, and now here it is. There's a report on it. So, yeah, this isn't your father's marijuana, kids. Mm-hmm. Not even
No,
close.
and it's full of chemicals, and you got to be so careful.
Yeah, and it's like any other plant or any other thing. You can play with it and play with it.
Yep.
It's science, man.
Yep, that's
So
right.
there you go. Just thought I'd bring that up because, darn it, I found it interesting.
And that is why we refer to this segment as Stuff Dan Finds Interesting. I'm John with a fun comparison. Some puppies are purebred and they cost more. Others are more affordable. And then there are free puppies. Nobody really knows where they come from, but they're free. In the advertising world, it's like that too. There are some super expensive ways to advertise if you can afford it. And there are some free things you've probably tried, but those dogs rarely work. Radio is kind of like that middle puppy. Affordable, will snuggle with you, and hopefully not pee on the rug. Radio advertising. Super affordable, a great investment, and man's best friend. Try it and let BetterResultsAdvertising.com bring your message to life. Time now for your morning coffee break, brought to you by Kaladi's Bistro on the corner of 26th and Minnesota Avenue in Sioux Falls. And if you're stopping in there today, I encourage you to try the Sunny in Philadelphia. Oh, that is so good.
The Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah, it's a Sunny Philadelphia. It's like a Philadelphia. What do you call that? The Philly cheesesteak.
Sure.
Oh yeah,
they
okay.
call
Well,
it the Sunny.
now it makes sense.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good.
You just bring it up because you think they named it after us,
No, I'm sure they did.
and they should.
Just like that TV show ripped off our name.
Speaking of TV shows, and I'm not exactly sure why this would be. I went through the story a couple times, and I don't see any clarification on it. But apparently, if you and your family would like to be on a really popular television game show, now's your shot. Again, believe it or not, Sioux Falls residents and families now have apparently a fantastic opportunity to compete on the Family Feud.
Yeah.
We saw this. We actually talked about.
We said if we
Doing
do this, you need to get married into the family, Dan. So we have Uncle Dan joining us.
Family Feud, producers are specifically right now calling for Sioux Falls people
Yeah.
to get
That would be so much fun.
But it doesn't say why.
Right.
Because
Are
we're
they
fun.
are they filming in Sioux Falls, or do you have to fly to where they're filming? Or that's what he meant.
And really, as far as requirements, they're really all not that difficult, but each family member does have to agree to participate. One major factor is families on the show have to be fun.
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
yeah, of course.
Got to be
Well, there's a lot of fun families in Sioux Falls. That's why they want to get
Yeah.
people from here.
Could be a big break. You
I
could
think
win.
that's fantastic.
Anything from a brand new car to $100,000.
I would do this.
And you get to be on nationwide TV, which apparently thrills some people. Me, not so much.
But you would go with if you had the
Here's the
opportunity.
story.
Like if we said we're going, you're coming.
I'm not a
with.
TV guy, not even close. I mean,
No, but
I'm
I
just
mean,
not.
just to laugh and have fun. That show is fun.
I've always questioned my decision to be a radio guy.
So have we.
So have a lot of people. You have to have 5 family members related by blood, marriage, or legal adoption.
We could adopt you.
You have to be a U.S. citizen.
Oh.
Well, that doesn't seem right. and have permission to work within the United States. There's no age requirement, but they do strongly suggest that people be at least 15 years of age due to some of the maturity of some of the questions.
Sure.
Okay. Now, if anyone on the team is running for political office, sorry, no. If you have anyone on your team who has appeared on Family Feud before, you have to wait 10 years
Whoa.
to do it again. If anyone on your team knows or is related to anyone employed by anybody having to do with the company and or companies that produce that show, it's a big no. Other than that, all auditions are being conducted over Zoom, so you don't even have to leave the house.
Nice.
To get this done.
So you'll have to put on pants when it's time for the game show, though, right?
And then it says, if you're interested, you can fill out this application form right here. And it says here.
Fun. We should do
I
that.
suppose we could send that here link to our Facebook page
I could
or
do
something.
that. Yeah, if you send it to me, I'll post it over there.
So yeah, but again, I wanted to see why is this, but there's absolutely no explanation why they'd be zeroing in on Sioux Falls. I have no idea.
So here was my first thought. I thought maybe they're doing this in a bunch of communities.
No, isn't the Zomer family from Sioux Falls?
Yeah.
Going to be on the feud. That's going to air Thursday, September 30th, which that's when? This
tomorrow.
week? Tomorrow?
Yeah. So maybe the Zomers were so much fun that they decided, hey, we got to have more Sioux Falls people.
Maybe.
That's probably what it was.
What producers would think that?
Well, they would think that.
Well, if there's one fun family, there must be another.
Oh, yeah.
I've been here over 30 years, and I think I've met maybe 3 fun families.
Well, are we one of those fun families? On the spot.
We would definitely be fun on that
It's
show.
like, here's that family, and he's kind of fun, she not so much.
I would love to have my sister Jamie on there because her answers would crack me up. Probably wouldn't win us
we
any
wouldn't
money.
win.
And my daughter
Take a
Taylor.
shot. I'll shoot this thing to you, and you guys can do whatever you like.
I
with
think
it.
my
Yeah.
sister Jamie and my daughter Taylor, me, you, and then we have to have one more person to fill out the 5.
Always keep in mind, people react really differently when they are on a set, man. And here's cameras, and here's microphones, and here's lights, and that's kind of a freak out to a lot of people.
yeah.
A lot of people.
Well, very cool. Dan, thanks for sharing that, man.
Sure thing. Thought it was kind of fun.
Going to get some news from this guy here in a bit. But first, we have...
Are you really?
I am. We have Back to the Basics in Healthcare coming your way. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show Bonus Hour with Dan Farris, brought to you in part by HauntedSiouxFalls.com.
Many new students sign up for credit cards that are not very good. Have a conversation about how to properly use credit so they don't learn this lesson the hard way. At bettercreditcards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Want one that offers points? We have those. Want a card to help you build credit? We have those too. Bettercreditcards.com is designed to help you get a better credit card. See if we can help you find a better credit card at bettercreditcards.com.
Time now for Back to the Basics in Healthcare with Balanced Life Chiropractic, and I have Dr. Harley with me. How you doing?
Good morning, John. I'm doing really well. Enjoying the lovely fall weather that we've been getting.
And it sounds like we've got more of it coming as well. And this is the time of year where like the seasons change, the leaves fall, but then the struggle is somebody's got to do something with those. And when people are out there picking up these leaves, they can hurt themselves raking or even loading up the bags, can't they?
Yeah, very much so. I mean, just like with winter when we're doing some extra stress and strain, gardening in the spring and the summer, and now we're raking leaves, and then you rake them, and then you have to do it all over again. And it's easy to overdo it because you're like, oh, I just need to get this done. I got to get this done. And then push yourself a little too hard and kind of regret it the next morning.
That's why I just use my leaf blower. I blow them all into the neighbor's yard. So just kidding. I don't really do that. But no, I'll tell you the thing that's nice, if you find yourself in a situation like that where maybe you wake up and realize, wow, I'm not as young as I thought I was, and I'm stiff and sore in places I didn't even know that I had, chiropractic is a really good answer to that, isn't it?
Yeah, how we help a lot of people just stay active and keep doing the things they want to do. Even people that are a little bit older, they're thinking, oh, it's old age, it's just aches and pains. But I have a lot of my patients, they'll come the next day and they're like, yeah, I feel really good today. I mean, I just did all this extra work over the weekend, but not as feeling as bad. I mean, Heidi, for example, we were talking that, you guys were on a trip. She was sitting all the time and then came home and did all this yard work, feeling a little sore today, but she'll get over it a lot faster than she used to. So that's always a good thing.
And that chiropractic care is going to help that rebound time happen a whole lot quicker.
Yeah, we see that a lot with, overuse injuries, sport performance for another one too. A lot of famous athletes use chiropractic to help with rebounding after injuries or even like strenuous games. So same with extra yard work helps those muscles to recuperate a lot faster.
In the sports world, there are a lot of people in pro sports that use chiropractic as well, aren't there?
Yeah, well, every single NFL team has a chiropractor on staff. Brett Favre, Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers can all relate to having chiropractic and physical therapy, helping them have longer careers.
That's really cool. If somebody listening is going, I've got a bunch of leaves that are going to be falling and I'm going to have to be raking those things up, they can get ahead of this too, can't they?
Yeah, it's always good to get started. A lot of patients, they'll ask like, well, how does this help? I break it down. It's like, okay, so imagine you have existing problems already. Yeah. And now you hurt yourself, over exaggerate, whatever. And now you compound that with the existing stuff. It takes longer for your body to work through it. But if you already got rid of the existing stuff or working on it, the new injuries or, whatever, they're going to go away a lot faster because your body's already working through things faster and healing faster. So then, you get better, recovery times on a lot of stuff like that.
So you don't want to wait till it's too late. Reach out, and they can reach out now. How do they get a hold of here at Balanced Life Chiropractic? Yeah,
I always say it's better to be preventative versus just reactive when it comes to your health, because it's a lot easier to take care of yourself now versus trying to fix it later. So they can give us a call at 605-215-1785. They can shoot us a message on our Facebook page, Balanced Life Chiropractic.
And you can find them online at balancedlifesd.com.
Merry Christmas! Oh, you're not ready for that yet. How about Happy Halloween? At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all of the fun holidays throughout the year with funny, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we have a gift idea for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day, whether you buy these weird gifts or not. It's worth checking out. Just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
And it's time right now for the newsiest news we do. It's News with Dan Farris.
Let's see. Wearing a shoe leather, banging on desk, demanding answers. That's what I do. I'm an award-winning news journalist. That's all there is to it. Let's see. We got shortages of this, that, and the other thing. Inflation on the rise, or it wouldn't be called inflation. It would be known as deflation.
Yes, it would.
Am I right? Who's with me? Delta variant, out of control. Crime on a rampage. Staffing shortages everywhere. Here we go. Here's an interesting story. This is kind of a bummer, really. Pay attention here. Dateline, Makoti, North Dakota, from the Associated Press. The first car-jumping attempt in 5 years by North Dakota's version of Evel Knievel ended in disaster.
Uh-oh.
This past weekend. Disaster.
Oh.
Car driven by the man known as the Flying Farmer.
Wait a minute.
What, this is funny to you? The Flying Farmer corkscrewed off the ramp, rolled.
Oh, no.
Rolled like a cheap biscuit. Authorities said John Smith, 57, was alert after the crash Saturday in a rural gravel pit. He even tried to pull himself out of the car while talking to rescuers, but eventually had to be cut out with the jaws of life. Friends and family freaking out, rushing to the car to see if he was okay. He was actually taken away in an ambulance to a local hospital. The car totally mangled. Smith's previous jump was in 2016 when he flew over towering flames to clear a burning trailer. Smith, who farms that part of western North Dakota, said he was inspired by motorcycle daredevil Evel Knievel while growing up. Yep, as a Ute. He's gained notoriety for his jumps at fairs and other attractions across the state over the years. He's performed more than 100 jumps and has even done a jump on a frozen lake.
Well, there we go. That is super.
The Flying
Farmer. That's fantastic.
Hello, Husitz. You want a promo?
I'm saying.
There you go. Let's jump into sports, shall we? Brought to you by Hockey Headquarters. Bert and the crew right over there on North Hercules, Sanford Sports Complex. Checking in the National Hockey League, or as I call it, the NHL. Scores from the other night, 3-0, 5-2, 2-1, 4-2, and 2-1.
Wow.
Now, keep in mind, 4 of those teams scored 2 goals. 2 of those teams won. 2 of those teams lost.
Wow.
So here we go. If you score 2 goals in hockey, you have a 50-50 shot of winning or a 50-50 shot of losing. From the sunny 93.3 News Desk, I'm Dan Farris, reminding you it's news to me. Thanks for watching. Good night, everybody.
In the past year, did you find yourself drinking more often? The stress of the last year had that effect on many people. If you're struggling to get back to normal and get the booze out of your daily routine, there is help. TimeForRehab.com would love to help you find the best option for you. There are many different programs. TimeForRehab.com will do our best to match you up with the program that will work best for your needs. Learn more at TimeForRehab.com. We want to help. TimeForRehab.com. That's TimeForRehab.com.
Here's your Market Beat Minute for Wednesday, September 29th, 2021. Equities fell hard right from the open Monday, with the S&P 500 down more than 2% at the low of the day, and other major indices in similar straits. The Nasdaq Composite fell nearly 3% at the low of the session on growing fear of rising interest rates. Not only is the pace of inflation high, but the yield on the 10-year Treasury note has begun to spike again as well. A spike in Treasury yields typically foreshadows higher interest rates from the Fed, and those higher interest rates are long overdue. The decline in equities could linger until the end of the week. This week, the market is looking for a key read on inflation that's due out Friday morning. The PCE price index is expected to show a decline in the pace of inflation on a month-to-month basis, but not enough to slow the impact of inflation on corporate profits. If the PCE price index comes in above expectations, the S&P 500 could fall below a key support at 43.15 and go deeper into correction territory. You can get the inside track from Wall Street's brightest minds delivered directly to your inbox every day at marketbeatminute.com.